What up, what up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is motherfucking Monday. Dino isn't going to be able to make it today. He has some family shit he has to take care of. He should be here tonight for Life of Giants. In his place, not so much a foreign correspondent, but a local comedian here, and a good buddy of mine, Dan D.D. Smith. What up, Dan?
What's going on, Marco?
Not a whole hell of a lot. Once again, for the third week in a row, I've noticed, and I feel like that there's something big happening, and that's why there's kind of a media blackout. But there ain't very much news going on. You know, the same shit that's been in the news for the past 3 weeks, aside from the celebrity horse shit. People whining about Trump's tariffs, people whining about the deportations. We're not getting any. We haven't had updates on what happened with the California fires. I mean, we know they're out. At least we hope. We hope they're out. But nobody has said shit about anything going on there. You know, Trump's solution was so bad. Well, what's the recourse? What's the outcome? North Carolina, we aren't hearing too much of shit out of there no more. Yeah, Trump got them some hotels. Did FEMA ever go help them do anything? We got nothing out of that shit. Nobody still knows what's going on with the drones. Are the drones still there? Are the drones gone? Last we heard, you know, Trump knew where the drones were coming from, and then boom, we haven't talked about the drones. Nor the missing nuclear fucking weapon that was around the same time as the drones. Nothing. The only thing I kind of caught a little wind of is supposedly Fauci is getting indicted, but we don't know about that because, of course, Fauci was funded by the Democrats. So, you know, it's going to be kind of hard to fucking take him out. Especially when, you know, the World Health Organization is pretty much on his nuts too. But the one thing that I guess since the police report came out about the kid who stabbed the other kid under the tent, there's been a media blackout on that. Yes, we know it was premeditated. Yes, we know that kid went in there to start some shit. He didn't belong there. Nobody tried to jump him. Had nothing to do with race. Had nothing to do with bullying. That kid was on some fuck shit, and he went and he stabbed that fucking boy. Plain out and simple, those are the facts of the case. Look them the fuck up. One thing that has been a big hot button, though, still a little bit simmering, is only two deportation cases. Amazing. You know, you people care so much about these fucking people, but only two y'all give a fuck about. And of course, one is a gay or trans person. Dan was the one who kind of hit me on this because he was having some debates about it. I'm not quite sure what the whole facts of the case were. They're saying, let's see, this is from The Guardian, said he's not a gang member. Outrage as U.S. deports makeup artist to El Salvador prison for crown tattoo. Throughout the annual Three Kings Day celebration, for which his Venezuelan hometown is famed for joining at the age of 7, and he became a mini king, a member of the town's youth drama group. See, most most of them people get crown tattoos, often adding their name or their father or whatever. That's a Latin American tradition. Well, first of all, stop. I'm gonna stop it right there.
It does say dad underneath it.
Well, there's two of them. One does say dad under it. The other side's a more elaborate crown. It looks like it has some scribbles. Maybe it says mom.
That's what I was thinking.
underneath it. Um, but now, as far as this whole, it's a Latin thing or whatever. The only time I ever seen crowns or anything on Latins or Latinos is when I was in Puerto Rico, and that's the Latin Kings, and that's a fucking gang. I mean, I know a couple buddies of mine that got their names tattooed on them, and they got a crown on there too. So it can be here and there, but I mean, let's see what else. There's got to be something else because if he was deported just because of the tattoos, then that's some fuck shit. I will be the first to say
See,
some fuck shit. Now, if he was an illegal and he had these tattoos, well, bye. I mean, that's just it. People keep fucking taking out that big part of the equation. Illegal, illegal.
he was working on getting from what I've read, what I've watched, because his mother and sister were on one of the news channels. I scrolled through them all because I'm about as independent as they come. I really don't like the politicians we have in office at all, ever. But from what I read and seen, he was trying to find. He wanted to come to our country because he was gay, and he was being persecuted where he come from, and they're afraid of it being worse because they deported him to El Salvador, which I completely I get. And but see, this also brings up a point to me that everybody screams and cries about being gay or any of the letters in this country. Would you rather? I mean, taking light of the situation, I mean, would you rather be in El Salvador or would you rather be in America? They're fighting to come here, and you're bitching about being here. Why?
Well, it looks here. Let's see. Uh, because if his parents are, it sounds like his parents are legal. Hernandez, who is gay, told agents he was fleeing persecution stemming from sexual orientation and political views. Just weeks before Venezuelan Authority leader Nicolas Maduro had unleashed a ferocious crackdown after being accused of stealing the election. But Hernandez tattooed deemed proof he was a member of Venezuela's most notorious gangs. Detainee ports tattoos are let's see. Detainee Hernandez ports sports tattoos, crowns that are consistent with those of Tren de Agua, an agent of California detention center claimed. According to the court documents published, those 16 words appear to have sealed the fate of the Venezuelan stylist, whose friends and family and lawyers says he never committed a crime. Okay, again, they're not saying if this guy was legal or not. And the fact that they're not saying that he's legal tends to make me think that he is illegal. Right then and there, now you're illegal and you got these tattoos. First of all, somebody narked on him. Let's be clear. One of his own people, or somebody did makeup on, or maybe somebody he blew or didn't blow. Um, they narked on him. So that wasn't just some random shit. Especially him being gay. That's the last thing that any of these fucking, these ICE agents or whatever even want to deal with. Just because of the whole the stink that the fucking society makes over it. I mean, I'm sure there's a stink now just because he's gay. That and that's probably the only reason why a lot of these people are even bitching about this. Um, I can't say here and there if he's an illegal. Fuck it, you're gone, man. Sorry for your luck. You had ample time. You notice everybody is working on getting their green card now, but they've been here for fucking years. Years and years and years. And now, why? Because you guys are getting kicked out? It's exactly why. So, I mean, now, see, here's where the kind of murkiness goes. Because over here, I think it's fucking silly. But over there, it is a big issue. And that's what a lot of these fucking idiot libtards out here don't want to fucking realize. Our laws are American laws. Your bullshit civil rights, your bullshit this and that are not world laws. But that being said, they don't like gays in Venezuela. They don't like trans folks in Venezuela. Although there's a bunch of Latin fucking gay and trans people, they don't like that shit over there. So he can. He can. And I don't know if he tried to go this route or maybe he did go this route. He is one of them folks that can actually go on that political asylum list. He can actually, as long as there's no ties, them tattoos might fuck him. But as long as there's no ties to any gang or any fuck shit, then he could claim political asylum here in America. Being that it ain't so much political, but his sexuality, they kill gay people. Just like you fucking idiots are, trying to defend the sand people, the gays for the sand people. Yeah, go hop your fairy ass over there to the litter box. See what the fuck they do to you. You'll get bopped in your head and hung with your fucking rainbow flag. Idiots. So, I mean, in that respect, the boy, girl, whatever the fuck he wants to be gendered as, can probably go that route. But again, you had time. You had time. It might be too late. Once you hit Venezuela or El Salvador, there's pretty much no turning back. If they want to let you out, they will. But nah, again, that ain't I believe the big reason why Trump was deporting people over there is because their rules are different. They don't have to stand by this whole civil right bullshit. They don't have to stand by this whole, oh, he's black or he's well, no, they're mostly Hispanic, so you ain't gotta go there. So the black white thing kind of gets thrown out of the whole mix. So pretty much it's their rules. Now, on a different note, the other one that's making the big case, big mess in the air, is the kid from Maine. 26 years old, is supposed to be a dad, good citizen, this and that. But if you look more into that one, he was illegal. Two, he had the tattoos. Three, he did have a background of illegal doings and shit. He might have kept his nose clean for a while, which is good, but still, again, you made it here. Joe Biden was letting anybody and their mama suck on the tit of the government. You were here. You had ample time to get your shit together. Even when the rumblings that Trump was gonna fucking be reelected, you had ample time to get your shit together, and you did it. Now, the reason why they're saying he's illegally deported, it's not he was illegally deported. He was sent to the wrong fucking place because his gang wasn't Tren de Agua, it was MS-13. A fucking gang that was way before Tren de Agua that was deemed a terrorist fucking cell in America. And those aren't crowns. That's a totally different tattoo. So now I guess our border or ICE agents have to signify your gang of preference to let you know whether you're going back to Mexico or you're going to fucking El Salvador or Venezuela. I guess you got pick your fucking poison. I mean, there ain't no other way of putting it. Anybody wants to argue with that shit, first of all, if you're an illegal in our country, you do not get, you just you don't get them rights. You don't just step foot on fucking American ground and all of a sudden you get rights and all this bullshit. If so, what the fuck did our forefathers die for? What are we fighting these wars? What did our countrymen, what did our ancestors, what did they all fucking fight these wars for? Now, again, asylees, or if you got your green card, you did your thing to get here. Fuck, hey, you're American. You get here's your rights. Now that don't mean that these people deserve to be treated like shit, as people themselves. But if you're doing fuck shit over there and you're coming here to do fuck shit, get the fuck out. I mean, does that make sense to you?
Makes sense to me. It's just there's so many things that are wrong with it overall. I mean, you have a great basis for it for what you're saying. I believe that 100%. But there's so many other little things that you got humanitarian reasons. You got people that just bitch to bitch. There's all kinds of things. Everybody looks for reasons to bitch. And this is something that everybody's just going to bitch about. Where they should be worrying about is what is it? How does it go? Something about tending your own backyard.
Well, that's what this is tending our own backyard.
Yeah.
We've been letting the rabbits eat the garden for the past fucking 4 years. It's time to fucking put down some fucking traps.
It's been going on a lot longer than that.
And then what I really find fucked up is I found this out today. Because everybody, we were all told, everybody on the right was told that we were full of shit. That there's no way illegals were getting Social Security cards. That there's no way. It started off with the driver's license. No way the illegals were going to get driver's license. Oh, illegals got driver's license. There's no way the illegals are going to get the vote. Well, now they get the vote. There's no way that the illegals are going to get Social Security cards. And yes, the fuck they do. They get Social Security cards. So, because I kept wondering, like, every time they would bring up this whole illegal thing, they would say illegals contribute this much to the taxes. Well, you can't really pay taxes unless you have a Social Security card. Now you pay, your food taxes, your sin taxes, shit like that, but nothing like we have to pay. No Social Security tax. There's no FICA, no any of that shit taking out your checks. There's no, city tax. Well, depending on how you're getting paid under the table if you're illegal. So there's no city tax. There's no property tax. Any of that shit. So I was wondering, how can this be? And it was just something that stuck with me. Found out today, CNN admitted it. Yeah, they were giving, because the Trump administration is putting all illegals, all undocumented people who are on Social Security, they're marking them off dead. You get no more Social Security. You don't get no more Social Security. Your Social Security number has become invalid. And if you got a job or whatever, and you were using that Social Security number, better hope you got your fucking green card by now. Because again, if you were here long enough to get a Social Security card, whether it deemed legal or not, you had enough time to get your fucking citizenship. I mean, my son's best friend, he has dual citizenship. He came in when he was a kid from Greece, and as soon as he got to learning the language and everything, his family made him get his citizenship. It wasn't that it didn't take years and years and years. It didn't take, jumping through. It didn't even take that much fucking money. So now he has dual citizenship here in America and over in fucking Greece. I mean, so even if you want to fucking be able to go back to your homeland, you could do it. And all these people who think it's so hard to get citizenship, I found my book. I bought a book when this whole shit came up during the first Trump presidency. I bought one of the U.S. citizenship test booklets. The shit you got to study for is, and it's pretty thick, maybe 300 pages. But fuck, our fucking school textbooks were bigger than that. And I mean, and then the fact that you could get this shit in your language of preference, you don't even have to take the test in American, dude. So, I mean, Come the fuck on. You sit in front of the fucking TV and watch YouTube for a couple days. You've studied for that test. You gonna tell me you can't do that? While we putting you up in lavish fucking, 5-star hotels and giving you fucking not only food stamps, not only a check, not only, a debit card that gets filled up every month, but also a food stipend to get your food of preference because you don't like American food. Did you hear that shit?
Mm-mm.
Dude. Like I did a show when they first started putting the people up in the hotels in New York, and the show was on the waste, and all these people, like, the hotel was obligated to feed them like they were, hotel guests, give them whatever they want. The government was supposed to pay for it. Filet mignon, asparagus, arugula, steaks, prime ribs, just whatever, you see in the basement of this hotel, the plastic containers of the food that was prepared for these people just wasted because they don't like that type of food, or they don't like the way it's cooked. So the city bitched about it after about a year or so. And so now they're giving them a stipend, aside from everything else that helped, to get whatever ethnic food they wanted to cook on their own. The fuck? I can't keep a cocksucker out of my yard, but you're getting, man. Maybe that's what I should do. I should put up a bunch of tents in my yard and tell the illegals to come stay in my yard.
Oh, you have family members coming from everywhere, Marco.
Oh, see, that's the problem. They would think that was family members, and once they deported these fucks, they would try to take me too. And look, I'm Latin, and not a goddamn crown on me. No crowns at all. I got a lot of snakes and butterflies, and I got wings. I got a pentacle, so you can't even put me on no religious shit. So
What gang is the butterflies, Marco?
the gang of guys that fucking used to raise butterflies because he was in love as a kid.
Well, you said there wasn't much news. There was I don't know, 5, 6 women that went up in space today.
Oh yeah, the
At
blue
9:30.
flight, the Blue Origins flight or some shit like that.
Yeah, that was news, I guess. I mean, I watched it. Dude, why would you pay that much fucking money for 15 minutes? You go up, you
Ask
come
guys that
down,
all the
and
time
that's
in Vegas.
that.
You could ask guys that all the time in Vegas.
Wow.
Just depends on how hot the chick is.
No, they paid that much money just to go up into space for 3 minutes.
Well,
They
because
or
they
something like
took
that.
the Amazon version. That's why. You want to go to space, you go Starlink, you go fucking Elon Musk. You want to just touch space for a quick second because you're an independent woman. Yeah, you notice that was nothing but a DEI fucking space shuttle. The goddamn shuttle looked like a penis. Did you see the shuttle? It
Yes,
looked,
I saw the shuttle.
at least all Elon shit looks kind of spacey, like Star Trekky type shit. This looked like a fucking tampon shooting in the goddamn air. And then you find out, and we're gonna call them DEIs, all women, all women. Now,
Yeah.
what can you imagine what Trump would have said if that fucking thing got stuck in orbit?
Yeah, that's
Trump
all
would
bad.
have a
All
fucking
bad.
field day, dude.
All bad. All bad.
It be like that sometimes.
Katy Perry was on that, man. I
Yeah,
think that was the whole reason I watched it.
yeah. Katy
Because
Perry
Katy
sold
Perry's
her
fucking hot.
soul. Yeah, she sold her soul a long time ago. She said it on fucking in an interview to a little, like, this young teenage girl who, she was like, "Oh, I'm starting off and I'm in my church choir and I'm doing this and that, and I admire you and I idolize you, and what steps do you think I should take to further my career?" And she was like, "Honey, I sold my soul to the devil." She just, I mean, blatantly came out to it. There's been so many fucking celebrities that have said that, and people are just like, "Oh no, they're just fucking around. That's just what they say." They've been saying it for quite some time, and they've been, a lot of folks that don't really have talent has gotten to be famous, and some of them have, I guess it's the way you word your deal with the devil. Because if you say if you want to be famous, okay, well you're still gonna suck, but you'll be famous. But if you say I want to be a talented singer and be famous, then you catch the ones that are talented singers that's famous. I mean, you're still selling your booty to the fucking man. But speaking of, I saw. I ain't gonna say who sent it just in case it offends some folks, but a buddy of mine sent me a meme that was absolutely correct. As bad as it sounds, it is absolutely correct. Now, it was a picture of Star Wars, like the new Star Wars shit, which is totally shit now. It's been the Star Wars has been shit ever since the wokeness hit it. And pretty much everything else Disney, it even crept its way into Marvel. Um, but it had, it showed the cast of this new fucking Star Wars thing, and under it says, "Say what you want, but none of this shit ever happened on Weinstein's watch." Do you have any idea who Weinstein is?
Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they ain't wrong. They ain't wrong.
No.
Why is it the pedophiles and the rapists and shit like that make for the best entertainment? Yeah, I mean, no lie, I was never a fan of Bad Boy or Diddy, but there's a lot of people that branched off of that, and now all them people are gone. Have you turned on the radio lately?
I liked 112. That's about it. Or Jagged Edge wasn't bad too. They were all the same, weren't they?
They were close. They were close, but that ain't on the radio now unless you go to an oldie station.
Oh, fuck you and the oldie shit.
You put on. Hey, I listened to it. I got their fucking tapes, not their CDs, their cassettes. So fuck you.
Oh, that was,
I'm
you know what?
12 and Jagged Edge, motherfucker.
I'm aware.
Gerald
I
Levert and Keith Sweat.
I know we can go back and back and back.
But
Everybody that was in New Edition. I
yeah,
listened to New
yeah,
Edition
Bell
when New
Biv
Edition was
DeVoe.
New Edition.
Right. Mr. Telephone Man.
Yes, Candy Girl, all
Yeah,
that.
that was before Bobby Brown discovered cocaine.
Yeah, then he turned it into a whack job.
He turned into My Prerogative. That's
Hey,
back
that's
on the
I've opened my sets to that. I don't want to hear it.
that's the whole. That was the dawn right there. When he came out with My Prerogative, that's when he discovered cocaine. He's like, I don't care what y'all talk about me. All y'all talking shit about me. I'm still getting high out here. It's my prerogative, motherfucker. Whitney, where you at,
Oh,
bitch?
good lord, good fucking lord. Whitney's a goddamn icon. Come on, you can't bad talk Whitney.
No, but I bet you he did a lot of blow off of them titties.
Probably.
And I'm sure she done took a rail or two off of the Bell, the Biv, and the DeVoe.
Oh, good lord.
what,
Oh. Speaking about being old,
what was the song? If she's a hoe, how do you know? Because me and the crew used to do it.
oh good lord, they ain't talking about Whitney.
But again, like I said, Diddy left, music industry went to shit. Went to shit. The Weinsteins left, movie industries went to shit.
Well, everybody's trying to make everybody else happy, but then it's pissing everybody off that isn't a sheeple.
See, I guess if we need things right, we got to have them doing fuck shit undercover. It's either that or we got to witness fuck shit in the daylight. So, I mean, This is what America chose. You chose fuck shit in the daylight. Our generation, do your thing. We're gonna try to fucking keep it, a blind eye to it. Don't let it get out of hand.
Yeah, it was the I don't give a fuck generation. Everybody says fuck around and find out. No, it wasn't about fuck around and find out. It was I don't give a fuck. You start to fuck with me, then find out.
Uh, keep it at a level. Keep it at a steady fucking 8, 9, and you're good.
That's
You're
it.
trying to hit now. Motherfuckers is trying to hit 11, and yeah, ruin everything. You
Oh,
got environmentalists fucking torching electric cars, letting more shit out into the air.
uh
Like,
huh.
bitch, you fought for this. But you know what? Being that Tesla has become a little bit of a pariah at the moment, them prices on the Teslas went down a lot. So there's gonna be what on the road? A lot more Teslas. Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
half
much.
tempted to buy a fucking Tesla.
I ain't buying a fucking Tesla. I don't want an
I
electric
want a
car.
red, white, and blue Tesla.
Oh, you're gonna have to special order that.
Nope, I got friends who can paint. I'm sure you can get on fucking Timu. Because I mean, I feel like I can't buy parts for a Tesla on Amazon. That's like conflict of interest.
Oh, you know what? I don't. I wonder if that's even possible.
But to buy,
Buy Tesla parts on fucking Amazon. Hold on, I gotta find out.
look for like a front bumper for 2023 Tesla. Does those even have bumpers? That'd be crazy if you can.
You can get Model 3 accessories, Model Y accessories, floor mats, cabin air filter, wheel covers, cabin air filters.
So you can basically buy Tesla parts on Amazon. You know
Hold
what?
on.
I'll give it. I gotta give that one to Bezos. I gotta give it to Bezos. Bezos, you're the man. If you're selling fucking Tesla spare parts on your on your shit,
Side mirror replacements, USB multi port car chargers, floor mats all over the place, wiper blades, trunk button part. He's got Tesla parts on here.
that's crazy.
Molding, back seatbelt guide holder. Oh, that's not what. Screen swivel mount.
But this seems like a lot of universal parts are out there. Yeah, there goes that rocket again. That thing looks like a fuck. It, with the
Penis.
with the fire that's coming out the back end of that rocket, it looks like a tampon.
Rim protectors. Rim protectors. That's good. No, it don't look like there's any actual parts, just like a lot of accessories. Upgrade sunshade roof.
I'm trying to just
Yeah, it's all accessories. I'm assuming we'll see. The accessories ain't gonna come from Tesla itself. Those
right.
are
That's
all
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
all aftermarket.
That's why I said like look for a bumper or look for like a shock or something.
Uh,
Now is Gail King the chick who used to fuck Oprah?
that's her best friend.
The chick who used to fuck Oprah.
I don't know.
Yeah, everybody knew about Gail back in the day. It was Oprah and
Yeah,
Gail before it was Stedman.
one pair power lift support uh shock strut compatible with Tesla 3, 21, 22, 23. Yeah,
Yeah,
they have
gotta give
shocks.
it up to Bezos. Gotta give it up to Bezos.
Complete strut and coil spring. Yeah, all of them.
'Cause that's the biggest, because him and Elon were battling there for a quick minute. That and that whatever the fuck that other dude's name is. I think the Virgin Mobile guy. Was it the Virgin Mobile
I don't remember his name though.
guy? But yeah, I guess the Virgin Mobile guy had a space thing going on too for a minute, but it never really took off.
Hmm.
um, but I ain't never heard of Bezos putting nothing up. I wonder if this is like the first fight or if they've been doing some fuck shit without people knowing. Because you would think that if they were doing something for the first time, it would be a big fucking to do.
Yeah, no,
Who's Amanda Knox? I know that name from something.
I don't know.
Uh, I guess a TSA agent asked this chick why she was or what she did to be in prison for years, and she said, "I actually didn't do it." Amanda Knox was acquitted in 2011 of the 207 or 20 the '07 murder of her roommate after spending 4 years in an Italian cell. On April 9th, Knox claimed that she had exchanged with police at Seattle Airport about her past imprisonment and her current work. Knox had been boarding a flight to Dublin while promoting her new memoir, My Search for Meaning. So
No,
they asked you if you fucking why you was in prison, like because they said I killed a bitch.
sounds like a friend of mine from Facebook, but I don't know.
See, I was thinking Mallory Knox from Natural Born Killers.
She was hot too.
Yeah, she was.
I,
Yeah,
I have issues with like judging hotness skills on women. I don't know why. I guess I'm just cis. That whatever. That's another story for another day.
Blue Origin. That's what the tampon's name was. Blue Origin.
Blue Orgy, that was a band.
Blue Origin.
Oh, I thought you said Blue Orgy. That was a band.
You're thinking of Blue Oyster Cult.
No, Blue Orgy.
They all smell the same.
No. God damn it. That's gonorrhea, man. You don't want that. You don't want that shit.
Ooh, no.
I'm sure of it. Blue Orgy did
Blue
a remake.
October?
Oh, that is Blue October.
Yeah, hate me, dumbass.
No, it's who redid the song "How Does It Feel" and made it like techno.
I don't know. I don't listen to gay music. So while he's looking through his gay Rolodex there, it was something kind of interesting that I've heard one of my friends say something about it, but nobody really picked up on it. The whole tariff pause. Um, was that a scam to drop the market to like some insider tradings type stuff? Cuomo, who I don't really like, I didn't like then, I don't like now, but apparently he's on Newsmax, who we always talk shit about that it was fake, fake, fake. Cuomo's on there, and he actually had a good I don't know, segment or whatever you want to call it. Not really being accusatory to either side, but then again, like being it to both sides. He wasn't really picking a side. He was just putting out the facts, which kind of liked. Um, but it really does look like that there was some insider trading shit going on. Like somebody said, okay, we're putting these tariffs on here. And somebody else was like, well, hey, if you put these tariffs on here, tell everybody about the tariffs, and then the stocks drop, we can buy this shit up, and then when the tariffs pause, all the shit we bought up hits the fucking roof. That's insider trading. That's illegal. Now,
It's
the big problem with that shit though is, and the reason why they can't just drop that bombshell, because I'm sure the Democrats would love to drop that shit on Trump. They would love to, but the Democrats are some of the biggest, fucking conspirators of insider trading in history. I mean, Pelosi alone, the millions and millions of dollars that she's made from fucking insider trading that everybody turns a blind eye to. So even if this were true, Trump could do the same thing and tell everybody the same thing he told old HRC at the debate. Yeah, I took the loophole. Everybody wants to use the loopholes. And if you want me to change the loopholes, I will. But I can guarantee that you won't, because the same loopholes I use are all the loopholes that all you and your buddies use. I mean, that's how Trump was, but that was when the star was born right there. That was when Trump's political shit hit the roof. Because he basically said, yeah, I used the same back door that you did. Now I'll close the back door. I'll close the door. But that means you can't come in and neither can your people come in no more. Nope. They lubed up that back door and people slid right in.
I knew you were going there. It's Blue Monday, is what the song's called. It's called By New Order.
No, we're not talking Illuminati.
No, that was back when, Jesus Christ, when I was running a strip club 30 years ago.
Yeah. About my time in the strip club too. Well, it wasn't a strip club, it was the fetish clubs, but
Whatever. Oh, what was I going to talk to you about? Oh, what do you call? You know how women are called cougars or milfs?
okay.
What kind of animal is an old man? Is it a goat?
It's a gilf.
No.
Yeah. It's a gilf or a dilf. We get fucked over on that one too.
Well, you get cougar. The only thing I can think of is ass. You just old pain in the ass, like a
No.
mule.
I think you might get that because you become a mule or an ass when the women become a nag. When they pass over cougars and all that other shit, they hit nag. So I'll accept an ass when they become nags. I'm like, this damn nagger, I can't stand her. She nags the fuck out of me all the time.
You had to go there. You had to put the hard R in the nag. Really? Come on, Marco.
What am I supposed to call her? Naga?
I guess that might be that might be culturally appropriate.
See, Naga sounds more racist. That even sounds like a bitchy fucking Trump supporter.
Oh, good lord.
Uh, I'm just saying.
Uh,
What we got here? Look, I'm even looking at Yahoo News's like their top trending news. One is Diddy forced to use humiliating item as currency in prison. So he probably had to show a picture of his butthole or something. Um, I guess people are locking their kids in the car again, forgetting their babies in the car. How the fuck you forget? Like, even six, I used to cart six kids around. You can't forget one of them little bastards. You can't. You can't. You cannot forget one, even if you wanted to. The motherfuckers got to follow your ass everywhere. Ain't nobody. You locked your baby in the car. You just wanted to cook that baby. If you forgot your baby in the car, this ain't the age of Home Alone because those were some terrible fucking parents. Fucking white people. Just leave their kid. But again, like that, they were terrible parents for the way they raised that kid. Because I was the same age. My mama left me home to take care of the house, but she knew I was home, and she trained me not to do no fuck shit. I knew how to use the stove. I knew how to use the sink. I knew how to go shopping. I knew how to make it to the corner store and back. I knew where the food stamps was. You know, there was I knew to lock my fucking doors and call the cops if somebody was trying to break into the goddamn house. No, not set up a fucking booby traps like my house was Beirut and basically pull off attempted murder on two fucking unwilling fucking citizens. You are on a show right now, motherfucker.
I know. Jordan just texted me.
Oh, you should call him, have him live on the show. Be like, bitch, we are live right now. I did it to my
No,
son. My son called me one night in the middle of the show. I stuck him on the phone. I stuck him on the mic. I was like, I'm just letting you know I'm talking to you on the mic right now. I was doing a show. What the fuck?
come to find out that his girlfriend is a friend of mine's daughter.
Oh, thought you were gonna say his girlfriend is somebody else's girlfriend. We all knew that.
Oh no, no, no.
What else is the so-called news?
I didn't see anything
Injured
good.
Northwest Austin home explosion. 24 other houses damaged. So there was an explosion in Austin. That's some new shit. What's going on there? Did you see that? That family, like that's something else that fucking people
The
weren't talking
governor's
about.
house in PA burnt.
No, no, that was they evacuated it. I don't think they burnt it up. They just kind of torched it a little bit. Um, the helicopter. You see that fucking helicopter over the Hudson?
I saw that there was a wreck. I didn't watch a whole lot about it. I was caught up in watching.
Yeah, see, that's another thing that makes it shady. That nobody's really talking about it either. Um, First of all, the pilot was a Navy SEAL. There was not only that person, there was a mom with three kids. She was supposed to be an NCAA champ. I don't know what the fuck whatever what NCAA is, but she was an NCAA champ, and then there was um somebody
Again,
else
that's
maybe
all. That's college. It could be anything, really.
yeah. So when you see this fucking shit happen, like my daughter's friend hit me to it because she was like, I guess they went when they went to school together. They took whatever aviation class together, and she's real into aeronautics and stuff like that.
Hmm.
National College Athletic Association. Thank you, Scotty. Um, but she was the one keeping me up to date. Like she was on the phone with Julia, fucking just going nuts, like talking about the seconds in between and everything and breaking down the altitudes and how this shouldn't have happened or whatever. There, a lot of people are saying that the helicopter disintegrated, which didn't make sense to me. When I saw the video, it looked like it didn't you didn't see a projectile, but it looked like that damn thing got hit with something, dude. Like almost like maybe a an electromagnetic type deal or one of these sonic, something. Because the way that fucking copter came down, like the propeller, the top propeller, totally detached. It was kind of in the air. It almost looked like it was standing still for a quick second. Then the copter flipped over, and then you see like I don't even know where the tail propeller came from because it landed after the copter landed. And then like just I don't know how residential helicopters were or are built, but like I remember watching a lot of military shit, and a helicopter is pretty much a steel cage with propellers on it. So unless you smack the ground really really hard, which I mean is possible, or that propeller comes through the inside or some shit, or explodes, whatever. That's like a roll cage. As long as you got enough strap in and you're not you hit the water. I mean, unless you drowned, um, there's a good survival rate there because they weren't that high up in the air. But now doing some research on that particular type of helicopter, they were known for something called delaminating. And apparently, the way whatever materials that they made the helicopter blades out of, it's kind of like a particle board or a plywood. It's layers. I'm like I said, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming like maybe carbon fiber, maybe layers of thin metal, to keep it light, titanium, maybe even what it sounded like it was wood though. The way they fucking, when I was perusing through the article, it sounded like these propellers are made of fucking wood. And after a while, they just separate and boom. That's where this disintegration would have came from, or people thinking it disintegrated, and that could possibly be a problem because this it was a tour thing, and they've had issues with a couple other of their choppers. Um, but what kind of fucks me on that whole explanation there, though, the fucking thing was still in the air. You saw all four parts. The propeller itself didn't fucking blow apart. That thing looked like it was hit like right at the neck where it connects. Looks like it's where it came apart. So that's not anything to do with the propeller. That's the bottom mechanism or whatever. And they're still not saying how, they're going with the delaminating fucking propellers.
Was it built by Boeing?
That was the first fucking thing I said. The first fucking thing I said. And no,
Forget them nuts.
they were built by their own company, which is now not a company anymore.
Bankrupt.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're bankrupt or if they just went under, but these are old helicopters. So and again, especially you're not that high up in the air and you're hitting the fucking river. I mean, those people that thing shouldn't have sunk like a fucking brick. One and two, there should have been enough time you'd have got at least half your babies out of there. Something. Now, were these people trying to disappear? Because oddly enough, something similar happened a year or two ago. That little fucking private plane. There was two fathers, two sets of sons, magically disappeared. They think they found remnants of that plane wreck. Maybe fucking a month later, they were supposedly going to fucking New York.
I don't know. Lots of conspiracy theories there, buddy.
I'm just that ain't even a theory. Those are just the facts of the case.
Hmm.
If I start throwing theories together, man, I mean that could go everything from direct energy weapons to UFOs to those drones, to the underwater UFOs. I mean, it could be maybe a fucking new Bermuda type triangle with the fucking magnetic moving and shit. It's a good possibility that the people never take that into account neither. Whatever
No, global warming.
was fucking over here as the Bermuda Triangle, or even there's the Alaskan Triangle. There's a bunch of these fucking spots where fuck shit happens. When your magnetic pole shifts, the Earth shifts. Wouldn't that move too? Wouldn't you think? I mean, why would that spot be static if nothing else is? And then even if it is static, the ground or the water shifts or moves. If it doesn't, it's either it's gonna move or the ground's gonna move. So one of them is fucking moving towards or away, which would bring something else towards or away. So, I
Now
mean,
you're talking physics. I'm not that smart.
or it could even be here. Here's something more your speed. It could be the New Jersey Devil.
Dog.
No, not the dog. The devil. The New Jersey
Dog.
Devil. The
It's a
the moth.
dog.
The Mothman.
It's
No,
a dog. That's
no,
a cat.
The Texas Chupacabra is the dog.
New Jersey Devil's a dog too.
No, the New Jersey Devil is the Jeepers Creepers.
Is it? I thought it was like a werewolf type thing.
No, no, no.
That would be a dog.
There is the dog man, and there's a certain thing of that. I just sent you a different angle of the copter crash. Thing looks like it just comes apart. Sweet. I love Scotty. Scotty was my original fact checker.
Your what checker?
Fact checker.
Okay,
That's
I
why.
thought you said
That's
something
why I'm
else at
so
first.
confident in the shit that I talk on especially when I post it. Because
Yeah.
Scotty. If I even have an inkling of that I'm wrong, no matter where Scotty's at, if he's at work, he was a grave digger. He was messaging me from inside a fucking grave. And, Scotty, I need to know this. Boom, there it goes. Scotty, am I wrong? Boom. And he's, that's my boy. I could rely. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm fucking wrong. Let's see. Da, 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 da. It's what footage shows. All right, so this is footage from Forbes. Take a quick look at this right here. Yeah, this is a real fucked up angle. I watched the one that looked like it was almost like right next to it.
ET girl.
It looks like the little dot there goes straight down. Yeah, that looked like just like a UFO sighting. That didn't even. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there is some underlying reason um that should happen. Maybe some. I mean, it could have been something as simple as some dude. The wife and the kids were leaving the husband, and the husband had money and been like, I ain't paying child support. It's like
Sure.
that. It's like that. Or maybe dude had a whole new family somewhere else, or maybe she just wanted to get away and make it look like she disappeared. I mean, no.
If you don't know, I don't even know who I should ask.
I mean, again, it's just one of them. This is one of them quiet things that not too many people are even still talking about. It happened and it was gone. But we got the tampon the tampon hitting space for a couple minutes, and that's the big news of the day. That and some fucking golfer fucking turning his life around after addiction.
Oh, I can't. I don't remember who that is. But I don't know. Was it the guy that won the
Uh,
Masters?
maybe.
I don't know. My favorite golfer is Happy Gilmore. That's how much I watch golf.
Fucking A.
I don't. I'm a football fan. I watch every day. I watch Good Morning Football. I look through my things. That's what I do.
Oh,
TJ Watt's. They should just trade TJ Watt. As much as it sounds like blasphemy from a Steelers fan.
see, like I said, I haven't watched football since that dickhead didn't stand up.
Mm. You talking about what the hell's his name?
I
Uh,
don't know who the old man was, but I told him to get out of my seat and he wouldn't leave, so I told him to go fuck himself. Thought I was gonna go there, didn't you?
for the 49ers. Yeah,
Kaepernick.
yes, Colin.
Yeah, fucking dickhead. Can't stand that motherfucker.
I
He had,
watch.
he had such a good platform. He had such a good idea. And the fact that he fucking chose the shittiest time and then stood on his shit for that, fuck him. Fuck him. And, because a lot of people say he was fighting for this and fighting for that. You know what? You were a fucking celebrity at the time. Any news would have given you a press conference whenever you want. You could have been taking a shit and somebody would have fucking set up an interview with you. So you chose to fuck up the fucking, a national part time, national whatever
Anthem.
the fuck, because you decided you wanted to have your 15 minutes of fame. And now what are you doing? Nothing. Not a fucking thing. You fucking ruined your career. You ruined a good fucking sport. You put millions of people against each other over fucking ideals that I honestly don't feel that he believed in. Fuck Kaepernick. And fuck the football league for going with all that horse shit.
Yeah, I still watch.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, that's the 1 hour mark. Uh, we'll be ready to check us out tonight. We got Life of Giants. Hopefully Dino will be there. Me and Cole. What there was I don't know. Dino sent me some gay little sound like poetry, but I guess it's the quote. Uh, we'll let him sort it out with his, you know, proper ass. Greeks are always proper horseshit.
They take it in the ass too,
That's
dude.
neither here
All
nor
the Grecian women I've ever met.
there. I've been with what two, maybe three, maybe four Greek girls, and none of them were into poo play. But
Only
again,
4.
yeah,
And yeah, from where you're from, they should be all over the damn place.
yeah. Well, it is what it is. I've only been with two Puerto Rican chicks. I've only been with two black chicks. For some reason, it was the chubby white girls. I got the black boy curse.
Oh
It is
Christ!
what it is. I always told everybody I was going to become lactose intolerant, and just then I'd have a calcium deficiency.
Too much milk.
not not enough if I don't fucking stick with the lactose. All right, so yeah,
Oh,
check us out tonight, Life of Giants. Wednesday, What the Fuck Wednesday, and Thursday we got mental health. Saturday there's Hammered and Cheese. I won't be there again because I will be performing at Fern Goals with this motherfucker right here and a few
Fern
other
angles.
Fern Dangles, Fern Goals, whatever the fuck it is. Out in
Not Fern Gully. There ain't little fucking fairy princesses. It's
oh,
a
I bet you
bar.
there are. I bet you there are. Uh, um, yeah, it's me, Dan, Will Hopkins. I believe Malcolm's gonna be there. Malcolm Floyd. Jimmy Ward's gonna be there. A couple other good comedians. Just come and check us out. Ain't that out in Salem?
Yes,
Yep,
in
out in
Salem.
Salem, Ohio. I got the flyers, my personal background on my Facebook page. Come and check us out. You got anything else going on, Dan?
No, probably do daily press tomorrow and probably do Funny Farm on Wednesday.
Well, who's running it Wednesday?
I can't remember. I think it's Pro this week.
Bro, when Jordan is
Jordan will be there.
Bubba still doing theaters?
I don't know. Oh, it is the no. It isn't. It's not the first Wednesday of the month. I thought that was
No,
always the
that's
first
what
Wednesday.
I thought. It was always towards the end, but whatever. When the days align, then I'll hit both of them at the same night. So
All right.
that being said, everybody be good to each other. Check us out tonight. We're out. Thanks, Dan, for joining me, man.
No problem, man.
So what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, so what the fuck?